Today is the day where we get to experience the cherry blossoms. In today's video, we take you through a span of a couple days of us trying to find cherry blossoms. We're not gonna lie, it started off a little rough and we were kind of in for a surprise. I don't know whether to laugh or cry right now. But with time, we're here able to cross off a major bucket list item for us. It's such a fun time exploring Tokyo, Yokohama, and we made a stop at Chinatown too. We're so excited to take you with us. Today we're doing something that we've waited a really long time for. It's something that a lot of people travel to Japan for, and we feel pretty lucky that we get to live here to experience this. To kickstart the cherry blossom adventures, we're headed to Tokyo. There's a lot of cherry blossoms spread throughout Japan, so honestly it's hard to pick where the best place to view cherry blossoms is because there's just so many options. But because we live so close to Tokyo and there's just so many iconic cherry blossom spots or sakura spots, we want to go and see what the hype's about.
Over the last few weeks we've actually seen a few cherry trees and I think plum trees in blossom, and they've been really pretty, but they've been just pretty spread out and spotty, I would say. But starting this week, this is supposed to be the peak of the main cherry blossom tree variant. Today is going to be incredible. It's amazing weather today. In fact, I think it's going to be our warmest day that we've experienced in Japan. We're welcoming the sunshine and the warmth. It feels amazing.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry right now. This is the cherry blossoms. What cherry blossoms? They're not bloomed yet. I literally looked on the forecast and it said tomorrow full bloom to Friday. It's Sunday, one day before, so we thought, oh, there's probably a lot that have bloomed because yesterday was warm. It was like 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Apparently they did. It's a beautiful day, so we're just gonna enjoy.
Hopefully we'll see a few trees that have already bloomed, but this variant for sure is a few days behind.
There is a little bit of cherry blossoms over here, so that gets me excited. And yes, Willa is wearing a cast on her foot. Today was not the best day.
No, today for me it was the best day.
Was it the best day for you?
Yeah.
That's good. You try really hard as a parent to give your all to your babies, and sometimes it just takes a lot out of you. We love to be parents. We love to be good hands-on parents. And like I said, sometimes it's just a lot. But we've gotten out today and feels Very good, much needed. The cherry blossoms are in full bloom. It is really cool to see like the paths kind of sprinkled with cherry blossoms. It makes me realize how fast it's gonna go though.
Yeah, they're gonna go fast because today was like very calm day, not really much wind at all, and there's already some that have been falling.
But right now we're just taking it in and it's really pretty.
So it's a few days later now and the weather's cleared up and the cherry blossoms are out. So we're out and about again today, but this time a little bit closer here in Yokohama. It was a great start to the morning. We went on a run, all four of us, meaning the two littles were in the stroller. And then after, I actually had a really fun experience at my first barbershop here in Japan. This morning I decided I was gonna just go to one of the closest ones near our house, and so I did, and as soon as I walked in, it was like a wall of smoke. I think the guy had just been smoking outside and then like walked in. It was such a strong smell, but regardless, I pushed through and I was like, I'm gonna get a haircut, and this guy looks perfect. It was quite old inside the building, like not like a nice new, bright, clean, modern, renovated look, but it was still perfect. The guy was just sitting there waiting. He was probably in his late 70s, I would say, maybe even early 80s. And honestly, I was a little worried about how the haircut would turn out. I think it actually did pretty good, but that's because when I first showed up and I tried to show him a picture of what I wanted, he kind of looked at me confused and he really kind of squinted his eyes at the picture. I just said, "Daijobu," like it's okay, I'll give it a try kind of thing. And the second thing that got me kind of nervous is he put his hand on top of my head when he was like trying to get the hair so that he could cut it with the scissors, and his hands were shaking so much that my head was like getting a little bit like moved around. Regardless, the haircut turned out great. I'm really happy with it and it was a fun experience. The biggest trouble was that my Japanese is really not that strong. I'm still learning very basic words and it's hard to even remember them because I don't practice it that much. And so I did use Google Translate for the little bit that I was there, but it would have been really nice to have this handy translator that we just got.
This is the T1 mini translator and I absolutely love this thing. There's been so many times prior to having this where I wish that I would have had it. It's a perfect travel companion. On all of our travels, we found this to be so helpful, from talking to the assistant at the train station.
When's the next train to Yokohama station?
Even in like emergency situations where you were lost, you needed help, you're in a foreign international country and you just didn't speak the language, this is where this thing comes to play. It's super easy to use and very helpful. So I turned it on and you can see there's an English and Japanese button. Actually, you probably can't see. Can you see now? There you go, now you can see. It's really nice because there's only one button to use when translating. So I would press this. Say, "Hi, can you help me get to Chinatown?" Did you guys see that or hear that? I love this thing. Spoken English, it translated in Japanese, and it speaks it out loud so they can hear us. And then within a click of the button, I switch it from Japanese to English, and we can have a conversation because of this thing. There's no SIM card required when traveling. So when you first get it, you receive one for a year of data, which is so awesome. It works as basically your personal assistant wherever you're gonna go. You don't need Wi-Fi, you don't have to be searching for it. It's ease of mind, you know you have it, and you can get by. Not only that, but there's an offline translation option, so you can download it when you're on Wi-Fi, and then if that 1 year of data has passed, you can use this and you don't need data. This includes 36 languages with 88 different accents. I think that's awesome. And then not only that, but you guys, you can take pictures on this. So just like on your phone, if you're using an app translation, you can do the same thing. There's a camera right here and you scan it and take a picture, it's gonna translate it right in front of your eyes. It's like my little mini phone, honestly. And just like I said, it's like a little smartphone. I absolutely love the interface on this. It's very easy to use, works great with the touch. You can change like network and connection, so you can connect it up to Wi-Fi if you want that, although it's not really needed. The display, shortcut statement, there's a user guide. You can click on the offline translation one, system settings, and even contact them all here from your fingers. It shows you how many days left are in the data service, which is really nice. And then up on the top right corner, you can see how much battery is left, just like your phone. There's some peace of mind that comes with using this when you're wanting to translate it. For example, if they were to hand it over or whatever, there's nothing personal on it that you have to be worried about people taking or stealing. It's nice. It's just an independent device that feels safe and comfortable to use. I definitely think this is like the best travel buddy, especially in terms of international travel. It would be a great gift, honestly, for friends or family too. If you know anyone who's traveling and they feel a bit worried or uncomfortable about the language, this would be the perfect gift and something that we utilize a lot here in Japan and will use if we go to other Asian countries nearby.
A cloud in the sky.
June's been absolutely loving that song lately.
Have we been listening to Encanto songs quite a bit? It's been really fun, huh? You've been even watching it in German, huh? German and a little bit of Spanish. It's been really fun.
It's cute because now she'll say, I want to practice English. And we're like, wait, that's German.
Yeah.
I think it's like she knows both of them. Obviously she speaks English way better, but it's like just another language to her. Like she confuses the two.
Yeah.
We were actually going to go to Tokyo, as you guys saw. We attempted.
But we decided to switch it up this weekend and go somewhere closer. And with that, we decided Yokohama. For one, there's a really beautiful place that we're excited to go show you guys, and it looks, even from Google Maps, you can see the cherry blossoms. Now, granted, that was not live. It was taken several years ago, I'm sure, but it was cool to see them.
And this place is displayed like crazy on the train stations, and so that's actually how I saw it.
And along with that, we just didn't want to come to do the cherry blossoms. We, in fact, wanted to do something else that I had absolutely no idea was even here until Risa told me, and it happens to be the largest one in Japan. We're going to be walking right now under the gates into Yokohama's Chinatown. Is that Bob? Or Kevin?
Bob.
Any Despicable Me Minions fans here?
Look how many people.
I know. I was just barely looking up for the first time what to do and like eat here in Chinatown, because sometimes we just have these really fun, very spur of the moment, sporadic ideas to come and do things like this. And honestly, it's like really fun to do it. Risa does so much of the planning. I'm more of like, let's go with the wind kind of a thing. So I was looking online there and I saw some pictures and I was like, oh my gosh, there are so many people in these pictures. So being the weekend and being cherry blossom season, it'll be interesting to see how many people we see today. And there's already quite a few and we're not even in the thick of it yet.
These look like so fresh.
So we got a few bites to eat. Of course, this delicious looking squid covered in like chili pepper and some shrimp and some of these little egg rolls, because we're all really hungry, but we don't know exactly what we want yet. So just grabbing a quick bite to eat. It's really not that chewy, which is nice. And it's definitely like chili pepper right on top of chili salt seasoning. So really good, honestly.
You try it?
Good. Tastes like a little soft. It's very good. It kind of gets a little stick on my teeth, but I can pull it out.
These I really like, and the line for it has been quite long and consistent. So I've seen that there's some signs saying that they've been featured on TV. Not only that, they have a QR code that is like a link to YouTube. So I think this must be a fairly popular place for people to come. You can either dine in or you have the option to sit and just get some street food to go. These are like wraps, I guess. It kind of makes me think of like Vietnamese spring rolls, but like a Chinese take on it. It's got chicken in there. There's like a sweet sauce, kind of like a teriyaki sauce. And then we've got some fresh cucumbers in there. And I'm not exactly sure what this white one is. I should know, Pew.
Try it.
I will try it. Cheers! This is the chicken. The outside's really nice, so it's very thin. I really enjoy it. It's a nice mixture between like sweet, but savory, and a play on textures with a lot of the crunchiness of it.
Well, it will do for now. It wasn't like the best food, but there was still some really good things in there. By far the best thing that we had there was the soup dumpling that was pan fried. So inside it was like a dumpling with like a nice juicy squirt of soup that was in there. As soon as you bit into it, it was like squirted across the table for mine. Luckily we had a few of them we could try it, and it was really nice flavor and delicious.
This experience so far is reminding me so much of our time in Taiwan. There's a lot of people eating street food, fried chicken, and then I have seen, in fact, a lot of the soup dumplings that we had. I've seen them on a lot of the signs and displays here, so that's really cool, and it seems like a very popular thing.
And at this place here, it does say it is Taiwan fried chicken, the thinly sliced fried chicken patty. So there you go. They said this is kind of like cotton candy, but made with honey. This is the original almond flavor. Comes in this little package here. They had like green tea, they had chocolate, they had peanut, and then almond.
I am hot.
It almost looks like it would be made out of like a rice flour of sorts. So
Let's try it. It's really hot.
So like gummy?
it's kind of like, okay, this is exactly what I think of it. A big hunk. Like if you've ever had a big hunk candy bar from the US, that's exactly what this texture and consistency is right now. And the more that we really think about it, those soup dumplings were by far the thing that we should have just like stuck with and just came out here to the street and got some, because they were so good. And this line over here is quite long and they look just amazing. And I'm thinking about how great that flavor was when you bite into that dumpling. So next time for sure. Very almondy.
I've never seen this flavor before.
Oh, good.
It's good.
This one.
Well, the moment we have been waiting for.
We've been waiting so long for this, and I'm seeing a lot of cherry blossom trees right here. Oh, my smile is so big. This is like one of those things that I pictured when we were deciding on moving to Japan, was the cherry blossoms. Of course, it's so picturesque. We're here. Like, this is what our view is right now. This is what we're seeing.
Baby, look at the flowers.
Look how pretty. They're just so beautiful. I mean, they're in full bloom, hanging over the water. This is really picturesque.
The place that we wanted to go here in Yokohama is the Ooka River, and we're here right near the Ota Bridge. It's right next to the KQ train station, which we're going to be taking home, so it's very conveniently located. The sides of the river are just lined with a bunch of cherry trees, so it's going to be fun exploring over the next little bit here, just walking and seeing all of these beautiful trees. And it just really makes our hearts happy to know that we got to see some really beautiful cherry blossoms given the weekend that we had last week. And given that it's and given the fact that it's been a little rainy and kind of like not great weather this week. But today has been honestly overcast until right now, so it's like the sun is like kind of blinding me because it's kind of breaking through. But it couldn't be better. Like low 60s, really fantastic way to see the cherry blossom.
And now we're just gonna enjoy a romantic walk by the river. It's a little different with kids there, but we freaking romanticize all of our little tiny life, and I like our life. And it's gonna be fun. Do you like the cherry blossoms?
Yeah.
They're so pretty.
Yeah.
So romantic.
sakura.
Sakura.
That's the word for cherry blossom. Sakura.
Do you love Daddy or Mommy more?
I love you guys so.
The same? Good answer.
Good answer.
戻ってまいりますのでね、自撮りですと逆に戻ってくるコースの方がいいかもしれません。になりますので、
Well, I think we made it to our point where we are completely satisfied with tonight and just so happy that we got to see a beautiful place here with the cherry blossoms. We're going to make it our way over here to the KQ line and make our way home. The lights have just turned on a few minutes ago, and as it gets darker, it's going to be lighting up the cherry blossoms and stuff. Well, unfortunately, we're not going to be here for that, but we've still thoroughly enjoyed today and enjoyed welcoming in spring and the cherry blossoms here. Thanks again for joining. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and to like this video. We'll see you guys in the next video. But before we go, some essentials.